Welcome student. Today we are going to study video topic numerical on vapor compression cycle second part. In previous video we already talked about the first part, some numerical problem we discussed in previous video. Now we are moved to next some numerical good question numerical part in that second part. The first one is in simple BC cycle following property of refrigerant at various point is given. The compressor inlet H1 is given. The refrigerant at the inlet to the compressor H1 is given, which is equal to 183.2 kilojoule per kg, and specific volume 1 equal to 0.0767 meter cube per kg, and the second compression discharge at compressor outlet H2 enthalpy at outlet of compressor is given. H2 is equal to 222.6 kilojoule per kg, and specific volume at outlet of the compressor is given. Specific volume V2 equal to 0.614 meter cube per kg. Condenser exit. The exit of condenser, the enthalpy at outlet of condenser is S3 84.9 kilojoule per kg, and specific volume 3 is equal to 0.00083 meter cube per kg. Step volume of the compressor is given as 1.5 liter. You have to convert into meter cube, and its volumetric efficiency of 80%. The compressor volumetric efficiency is given that 80%, and the speed of the compressor is N is given 1600 rpm. We have to convert into RPS. So find power input of compressor in kilowatt and refrigeration capacity in kilowatts. Now first you write the formula of power input, because you have to find the power input. The power input is equal to the mass flow rate and in H2 minus H1, which is enthalpy at outlet of compressor minus enthalpy of inlet to the compressor. Then but enthalpy at outlet and inlet you have, it's given in the question, but you have not have the mass flow rate. So from the efficiency formula you first find the mass flow rate and then put that mass flow rate into the power input formula. Now look in the volumetric efficiency formula. The volumetric efficiency V equal to mass flow rate into specific volume at compressor inlet divided by the swept volume. This is a swept volume, then multiply by the revolution per second and number of compressor. In the question itself is never given, it is not given that number of what is the number of compression, but you have consumed that the number of compression should be equal to 1. So now swept value is given that 1.5 liter, you have to convert into meter cube. So 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So put the value of swept volume, specific volume, and the efficiency in the efficiency volumetric efficiency formula. 0.8 equal to mass flow rate into 0.0767 divided by 1.5 meter cube, 1.5 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube into the value of n, because value of n given in the rpm in minutes per minutes, but you have to change into per second. So because all units converted into per second, so you have to find the mass flow rate from that formula, which is 0.417 kg per second. The power input is equal to 0.417 equal to 222.6 minus 183.2, which is change in the enthalpy. So the power input equal to 16.43 kilowatts. You got the value of power input, which is 16.4.3 kilowatt. Then you have to find the RC. RC equal to mass flow rate equal to mass flow rate into H1 minus H3. H3 is given, H1 is given. So put the value of H1, H3 and mass flow rate. You can find the RC value of 40.98 kilowatts. Now move to the next question. This is very important question as respect to the competition point of view, like ES and GATE also. So look into the question. The temperature limit of the ammonia refrigerant system are 25 degrees Celsius and minus 10 degrees Celsius. The refrigerant entered the condenser at the saturated vapor and leave the condenser at the saturated liquid. The refrigerant enter into the condenser at the saturated vapor. So the point at the outlet to the compressor should be saturated vapor. So assuming the compression to be isentropic, then find the COP of the refrigerant system. This is given table given, which is the value of different temperature, 25 degrees Celsius and minus 10 degrees Celsius. HF is given, and latent heat should be also given for different for these two temperature, and HF is specific enthalpy at saturated liquid, and enthalpy at saturated liquid is given in the table. So now first we are going to solve this question. First you have to draw the TH diagram for this problem. According to the problem, you have to draw the TH diagram. First you draw the TH diagram, because the point outlet to the compressor or inlet to the condenser is saturated vapor. So the point 2 should be at saturated vapor. Then after that, in the condenser, the constant pressure heat rejection process should be there. So the liquid saturated vapor converted into the saturated liquid. After that, the expansion of saturated liquid should be there in the expansion device, which come into at state 4. Then in the at point 4, the refrigerant mixture of vapor liquid enter into the evaporator, where the heat is extracted from the storage space is come at state 2. We know that in the compressor the isentropic process should be there. So you have to draw the straight line from 2, which is constant entropy line, which is vertical line parallel to the temperature. So these points should be cut at point 1. So this point is in wet region. Point 1 is a wet region. So this is a TR diagram according to the problem. Now come to the solution. In the table Hg, the value of entropy at saturated vapor is not given. The value of enthalpy at saturated vapor is not given, but enthalpy and latent heat should be given, because this is latent heat from 2 to 3. This is latent heat at temperature 25 degrees Celsius, and from here to here this is latent heat at minus 10 degrees Celsius. So in the table the latent heat is given, and saturated liquid enthalpy should be given, saturated liquid entropy should be given in the table for both temperature. So how can you find the value of saturated vapor, enthalpy of saturated vapor, and or entropy of saturated vapor? So latent heat is equal to Hg minus Hf, and latent heat divided by temperature is equal to Hg minus Hf. So Hf is given, latent is given, you have find the Hg value, which is saturated vapor line. Okay. Here also latent is given, temperature also given, Sf is given. You have to find the Hg value such entropy at saturated vapor. You have to find from this formula. So you have to find first COP. So COP formula is there. COP is equal to H1, which is H1 minus H3. The refrigerant effects, because enthalpy at 4 and 3 is equal. So we write the enthalpy 4 in place of S3. So enthalpy should be constant for S3 and S4. So we are writing here S3, H1 minus S3 divided the work input S2 minus H1. So here you can find the S2 value from the table from this formula, and S3 value from is given HF at temperature of 25 degrees Celsius is given in the table, but you have to find H1 value, because if you find the H1 value you get the COP. So first you have to find H1, then put the value of H1 in this formula, then you find the COP of system. So look at the temperature. First you will look at the temperature 25 degrees Celsius. LHS, latent heat, is equal to HF Hg minus HF. Latent heat is given at temperature 25 degrees Celsius in the table. You can see in the table, and Hg you have to find minus this is HF value at temperature 25. You can got from table. Then you have find the Hg value. The Hg is equal to 14,465.84 kilojoule per kg, and this Hg is equal to H2, which is saturated vapor. Then the other formula, Hg minus HF, SF is equal to latent heat divided by temperature. So we are talking about temperature 25 degrees Celsius. So take the latent heat of at 25 degrees Celsius and the temperature. We convert the temperature into a Kelvin and put the SF value from the table. Find the Hg value. Hg is equal to 5.040 is equal to H2, which is H2 saturated vapor, entropy at saturated vapor. So you get the value of H2 from latent heat formula, and you get the value of Hg, which is equal to H2 from the latent heat formula. So then you can see that from 1 to 2 there is a isentropic process. So enthalpy at 1 is equal to enthalpy at 2. So S1 is equal to S2. This S2 is equal to S1 because this is constant entropy process. So look at temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius, S2 equal to S1. S1 at a wet region, you can see in the figure 1 point at a wet region. So how can you write the wet region formula for entropy is equal to SF plus X, which is dynamic fraction, multiplied by Sg minus Sf, and this Sg minus Sf is written as latent heat divided by temperature at minus 10 degrees Celsius. So write the entropy S1 is equal to S2, which is already defined in previously 5.040 is equal to Sf. You can find the Sf value from the table at minus 10 degrees Celsius plus X. You have to find X value. Then this value is latent heat at temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius, and this is temperature in Kelvin. You find the value of X. Then you have to write the enthalpy formula at point 1. So then point 1 is a wet region. So H1 is equal to HF plus X Hg minus HF. So put the value of X here and put the value of HF from the table, and Hg minus HF is equal to latent heat at temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius. Put the value of from the table. So you here you find the H1 value, which is 1318.854 kilojoule per kg. Then you find the H1 value, write the formula of cope, which is equal to H1 minus H3, H2 minus H1. Put the value of H1 here and put the value of H3, which is saturated liquid at temperature 25 degrees Celsius, divided by H2, which is saturated vapor at 25 degrees Celsius. Enthalpy, you have tried the enthalpy at saturated vapor at 25 degrees Celsius. So put the value of H1, H2, H3 in the cope formula, you get the value of cope is equal to 6.9. So in this formula, first you have to find the H value. H value you find from the H2 minus H2 equal to H1. So this H2 equal to H1 is very important. From here you find the value of X. Then put the value of X in the enthalpy at point 1, which is wet region. Then H1 is you can find. Then put the value of H1 in the cope formula, you can get the cope. Now move to the next question. Now we are going to introduce heat exchanger in the VC cycle. Problem like that. So the heat exchanger is used in the refrigeration cycle. We are using the heat exchanger in the refrigeration cycle. The enthalpy at the condenser outlet and evaporator outlet are 78 kilojoule per kg and 182 kilojoule per kg respectively. Enthalpy at condenser is 78 or evaporator outlet, enthalpy at evaporator outlet is 182 kilojoule per kg. The enthalpy at the outlet of compressor is 230 kilojoule per kg, and enthalpy of subcooled liquid is 68 kilojoule per kg. Find the cope of the cycle. So here we are using the heat exchanger. So first you draw the TS diagram for this problem, then you have to find the cope for this system. So you can look that the heat exchanger is placed after subcooling, and this is after saturated here. The heat exchange between 3 dash 1 dash. The heat exchanger placed between this. So this is at higher temperature. So this heat should be exchanged by here. So the cope formula of this is refrigerating effect divided by work input, which is H1. This is RE, refrigerating effect, H1 minus H4 divided by H2 minus H1. So the H4 is written as H3 because this is a isenthalpic process. So H1 dash minus equal to H3 dash divided by H2 minus H1. In heat exchanger, we can say that the heat loss equal to heat gain. This transfer the heat from here to here. So heat loss should be equal to the heat gain. So H3 minus H3 dash equal to H1 minus H1 dash. Then this enthalpy can be written as a specific formula. So specific heat of liquid is equal to T3 minus T3 dash, and specific heat of vapor is equal to T1 minus T1 dash. So degree of cooling and degree of superheat should be not equal because the liquid, specific of liquid and specific liquid should not be equal. Then in the question given that H3 is equal to 78 kilojoule per kg. Here this is given in the formula, and H1 dash 182 kilojoule per kg is given in the problem. and H2 is given 230 kilojoule per kg, and H3 dash is also given 68 kilojoule per kg. Here we have to find H1 value, because H1 in the Cope formula, H1 you have find, then the Cope you can get, because H1 dash is given, H3 dash is given in the formula, H2 is also given in the formula, you have to find H1. Using this formula you have to find H1. So heat loss is equal to heat gain, H3 minus H3 dash equal to H1 minus H1 dash. So put the value of H3 dash, H1 dash, and find the value of H1, which is 192 kilojoule per kg, and put this H1 in the Cope formula, you get the value of Cope is equal to 3. Thank you. This is all for today lecture.